Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Bounty Hunter Edition. When we left off, we had just spoken once again to Scad. I'm kind of a bit... I hope we kind of get to kill him, but I have a feeling that that's probably not going to be the case, because if that was the case, we probably would have already gained the option when we were talking to Zale Barrow's girlfriend, because obviously... I mean, he was being kind of bullish there, and that's kind of annoying, isn't it? Yeah, very annoying. So it would have been nice to kill him, but apparently that's not going to happen right now. We are right in front of one of the power generators, and that is, of course, going to... Oh, we're actually using our flamethrower? Okay, that's kind of weird. We haven't actually used that ever before when we've been destroying things, so I guess that's just how it is. But anyway, we are destroying these things to lower the force field that is protecting Zale Barrows from our focus. And indeed, Scad is waiting right outside, which is really not good. He's waiting right outside, and no doubt he's going to be punching Barrows in the face pretty badly. And I still don't understand why we had to do the grunt work. Basically, we're doing the grunt work. No idea why, because, I mean, literally, we have, in my opinion, we have jurisdiction here, even though we are not particularly a law enforcement entity. Although we are technically hunting bounties, and, well, never mind. But let us disable the North Power Generator. There we go. And we can now return to the power station control room. Not entirely sure why we need so much flame, but... Oh, look at that. It's following us. Ooh. Yes, it was ghostly flame. Okay, can I mount? No, I can't. Okay, of course. Alright, so, yeah, we just came up the elevator, and we're just about to go around the corner, and... Oh, I hope he hasn't killed him. I really don't. Speak to Scad. Did he escape? Maybe Zale Barrows escaped. I don't see him. Is that him? I suppose we'll see.
Dirty rotten!
Any particular reason you trashed that droid?
'Cause it was here! The rats scurried down this little hole while you were taking your sweet time wrecking the place! Tin Can wouldn't give up where he was going. Guess I broke it.
Can you fix what's left of this thing?
I got an idea how to keep this heap talking. There's lots more junk like this thing walking around keeping the runts in line. They get built at a plant deeper in. Bet there's parts to hotwire this trash and shock some answers out of it.
Not the worst idea I've ever heard.
Course it ain't. Place is inside max lockup. Ain't getting in there without some major boom booms. And I only got this dinky piece. You blast the place up. I'll haul this junk over and grab us a couple of tech heads on the way. Deal?
I suppose I can do that.
Really? Okay, so the only thing, technically the droid, that knew where Zale went, and he trashed it. Of course he did. Oh, it appears that we are going to have many problems with this fellow, because he seems to use brute force over brains. Brawn over brains? Yeah, that's pretty much what's going on here, which is... It's kind of not good, is it? No, not good at all. So, where do we have to go to? Ooh my, okay, so this is exactly the reason why Belsavis is terrible. The amount of, shall we say, navigation, loose navigation, shall I say? I'm using that word very, very loosely indeed, because it is an amalgamation of terrible decisions on the part of the developers, which is actually kind of weird, because basically every planet, with the exception of maybe Hoth and maybe some others, has been absolutely fine, and I haven't had any problems with it whatsoever, but Belsavis just seems to have just something wrong with it, not entirely sure what. But anyway, first off, we're going to head on over to defeat Palac Te, because that is what we require for target-rich environment, and it's actually just up there, and I do need to take a speeder for the other thing, so I guess I'll see you when we're a little bit closer to the next target. Alright, so we are getting very close to where Palac Te is, and I thought I would cut back here because we never know, I might actually advance in level just from exploration, which would be rather amusing to say the least. I actually think that leveling up through exploration is one of the best ways to level up because you're just like, oh, I didn't really do anything. That's great. Oh, and there you go. There we are. That's fantastic. So can I... Ah, no. My jumping skills. You would think, again, you would think, hey, I'm a bounty hunter. Should I just use my jetpack to go over this very small cliff? Yeah, that would make sense, wouldn't it? And actually, that is a point to make. That is actually a point to make. Well, we're actually going to spec our skill proficiency point in just a second, but the point is that the amount of mobility that they could give to certain classes would be amazing. Like, obviously, Smuggler, Imperial Agent, they don't really have anything to be able to use. Maybe they could use a grappling hook or something along those lines, but for the most part, Force users, they can use Force Jump, and Bounty Hunters and Troopers could use some sort of jetpack and things like that. But they don't decide to do that, weirdly enough. We could theoretically just right-click here or left-click and then choose an option, and then it would say something like jump here, and then we would jump up, and that would actually be pretty cool. But anyway, okay, what do we want to go for here? We almost have priming shot, which is absolutely fantastic. I really want to get that, but let's see, what are we going to go for? Energy shield. Yes, eliminates the heat generated by jet boost. Okay, increases stealth detection. Okay, yes, most of these are not particularly something I am... Activating supercharged gas. Is that thing over here? Yes, it is. Aha. Yes, why not? Let's go for that. That seems to be activated reasonably quickly, so I think that will be fine. Palac Te is a Ratataki, of course it is. So let's do it. Let's try and take him out as best we can. I'm going to use Fusion Missile, even though it is not the most efficient ability, but it's a nice thing to just use, just to add a little bit of damage onto it. And should I just use my AoE here? I actually don't even know. I mean, yes, the filler is, yes, filler's not entirely sure. But, there we go. Okay, so, really? Okay. So apart from the fact that we have 2 new targets, we have to go in sort of opposite directions. As you can see, we have to go to... Oh, never mind. We actually do need to go into basically both of these. I suppose they meet up in the middle, or they meet up inside, because the maximum security section is apparently where we need to go for both. But I am pretty sure, because it's Belsavis, it's going to be one of those things where you go inside and you're like, oh, where's my target? And then it's all the way across the map, and you get super disappointed. That's probably what it's going to be like, isn't it? Okay, so we have 2 different things that we can do in this immediate vicinity, which is absolutely fantastic. We have Reiki over here, or Reiki, and we also have the ability to penetrate the maximum security tech center. Okay, so, this guy's a Zabrak. Okay, hello there. He's an interrogation specialist. Well, he's not going to be that for very much longer, is he? No. Unfortunately, he does have a couple of helpers in the form of these tamed bogwings. But, yes, we're going to be hopefully destroying those reasonably quickly. Wow, that was actually some pretty harsh damage right there. Probably going to need to heal myself, which is something I never really like to do that often because, well, I like dealing damage, of course, but there we are. Blizz was able to eliminate him pretty easily, in actual fact. Okay, so, yes, now all we need to do is head on into the Maximum Security Tech Center, which is just there. I think we'll probably get Masha Mrinks, or whatever the case may be, in, well, probably after that, because, well, the security tech center is right here, and hopefully we won't have to fight too many enemies to get inside. It appears that it's being defended primarily by, well, not defended, but primarily by Republic forces, which is kind of weird, but I suppose that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Okay, now we are getting our supercharge, and as you can see, look at that. There's a little shield around us, which is, of course, giving us that extra damage, no, extra defense boost, not damage boost. Okay, there we are. Okay, so now I am healing Blizz. Wow, that was amazing. That was really good, wasn't it? Okay, so hopefully I can stun these. Yes, there we are. Now I can scan myself. Yeah, I can heal myself a little bit there. Okay, So now, where am I going? I need to go over there into that phase. Okay, well, this is going to be tricky. Come on, yeah, there we are. Get me around there. And hopefully not attract anything. Of course, I am going to attract these guys, but that's okay, because I can just use that little thing there and then fire in the opposite direction, hilariously enough. Ah, yes, of course. Okay, so now I do need to use that. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, so that's good. Now I have a little bit of defense, while Blizz kills everything in the vicinity, of course. That is the problem with not having a companion that is actually healing you. You do have to worry about random damage and things like that, whereas if you have that, then obviously you have no worries. You have no worries. So, yeah, so let us head on in to the phase, and hopefully our Hulk friend, which I believe is what one of you stated in the comments, is what is it? What is his name again? Scad. Yes, exactly. Yeah, I even forgot his name because I am so not really liking him that it is literally it is just far from my mind. I would much rather have Zale Barrows on my team, hilariously enough. Not entirely sure why, but he seems to be a very wily fellow, doesn't he? I mean, he seems to... I think he would probably give the Roadrunner a run for its money. So, yeah, wily. You get it. So, we need... Oh, we only have to head around the corner here, so I'm just going to rejuvenate ourselves a little bit. And then I'm going to activate my supercharge. Yes, there we go. Look at that. Okay, so hopefully I am actually going to be able to remod my gear as well, because I think we are currently using... What are we currently using? Level 34 stuff. Yeah, so it is about time that we get some new mods. I think level 42 is going to be the time that we get some, so I'm going to go to the fleet after we are done on Belsavis, and I just realized that we're going to get into a cutscene just now, so yeah, I'm going to go to the fleet just before we go to Belsavis, after we finish from Belsavis. I'm getting mixed up now. And I'm going to buy a bunch of mods that I will be able to use in future, and then once we get to that level, I'll remod everything, and it will be all fine and dandy. And we'll now head on in and see what Scad is doing.
Come on, come on. Got you right where we want you now.
Okay. Well, this is going to be amusing, considering we have Blizz. Blizz is just literally going to destroy all of these things in less than a second. Or maybe not. Who knows? Maybe not. Apparently not. No, apparently Blizz took a long time to kill one of them. That's a little bit weird. Okay, so destroy the overhead power regulator. Well, where's that? Well, that's self-explanatory, isn't it? It's probably overhead. Ah, there it is. Excellent. Destroy Warden... Oh, hello there. Warden Droid reinforcements. You have a lot of them. Unrepaired? Why are they unrepaired? I'm sure Blizz could repair them very easily, in actual fact. Yes, there we go. Okay. Oh, it actually dropped something. It dropped something nice. Maybe I can actually pick that up? Yes, there we go. I actually thought I would be attacked by those riot control officers before I had any chance to even, well, breathe. But yes, I think we're good here. There we go. Maybe we can kill these guys. And I'm going to try and focus down the toughest unit first. I know that the companions, they seem to target the weakest unit, which might actually be the way to go, because then you can just remove a damage source almost immediately, which is actually kind of cool. But anyway, we now have Scad and a couple of technicians here who I assume he has asked very politely to help us. I don't think he asked them politely, though.
Thought I smelled something burning. Found us a couple volunteers.
Yeah.
You can't be serious. You want us to try and fix this? There's hardly anything here worth salvaging.
I only need to get inside its head. Find me something telling me where this man is going.
I think we can handle that. Dean, grab a diagnostic pad and a hollow emitter. This might take a little while.
Done all we can. If the Imperials want those prisoners, they'll have to crack them out of the tomb. It's out of our hands now.
You can evacuate, Warden, but I spent too many years putting those fiends away to let it all be for nothing. Come on, Em. We're heading to the tomb.
What's this tomb they're talking about?
I didn't bust all the way out of max to miss my shot at that twerp.
Leave them alone. I think I know someone who can help. My target's last known destination is something the locals are calling the tomb. What can you tell me?
Unfortunately, everything we know about the tomb comes from the Republic's limited records. It appears that most of the interaction the Republic had was with the tomb's custodial droids, and only samples were normally allowed to enter.
Would presenting myself to the custodians be an option?
The droids retreated inside the tomb when Operations Group 1 and 2 forced their way through. All contact has been lost. Commander Grang is in charge of gaining re-entry to the tomb. He'll be able to give you the current situation. However you get through, if you can reach these coordinates, contact me. I'll bring you up to speed on any discoveries.
I'm coming along. I ain't been waiting this long for someone else to have the pleasure of killing Zale. You get me that twerp, I show you where the law hides all the contraband on this rock. Deal?
Follow my lead, or I'll cut you loose. Got it?
Boss me around, huh? Fine. But your friend takes a hike too. In case you're thinking you can pull something.
I'm not worried.
Ah, Blizz is amazing. Yes, Blizz is absolutely amazing. Has Scad's number. I am actually... Really? He's the next companion, isn't he? Yeah. Okay. Well, I kind of had a feeling about that, I gotta say. And I'm kind of a bit annoyed, in actual fact, because Scad, while I feel like having a Hulk who is a criminal is kind of cool, I feel like his character is not particularly cool at all. So, okay, we have just Masha to do, and then I can head into the Ancient Transport Center. So, next time, we're going to be killing Masha, and then, well, traveling to the tomb where few follow. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.